God will heal you through this prayer. A prayer for inner healing and peace. God, I come before you trembling, because the weight in my chest feels heavier today. There's something in me that I can't quite name. It's not loud, not obvious, not shouting, but it lingers, like a shadow over sunlight. A quiet ache, a knot in my stomach that never quite goes away, and I know I'm not alone in this. There are so many of us walking around with anxious hearts, restless minds, and tired souls. We wear smiles on the outside, but inside we are carrying so much that we rarely speak of: fear, grief, confusion, guilt, pressure, pain, and that nagging voice whispering, "What if it doesn't get better?" But right now, Lord, I'm not here to dwell in fear. I'm here to find peace. I'm here because deep down, I believe you listen. I believe you care. And I believe that when we call on your name, something happens, not always in the world around us, but always within us. Right now, I don't need fancy words or perfect faith. I need you. And I need to say this, not just for me, but for anyone who is quietly falling apart while pretending to be strong. For the one lying awake at 2 a.m. with a racing heart and racing thoughts. For the one who can't explain the heaviness they feel to anyone around them. For the one who knows scripture but still feels panic. For the one who prays but still feels pain. And for the one who wonders if they're still hurt. God, we need healing, not just physical healing. Though you know the body carries so much, but the kind of healing that touches the soul, the kind of healing that goes deeper than skin and bone, the kind that quiets the mind, strengthens the spirit, and reminds us that we're held, even when everything around us feels uncertain. So this is my prayer, Lord. It's not rehearsed, it's not polished, but it's real, it's raw. It's coming from a place where fear has taken up space for too long. And I know you are a God who does not reject the broken. You draw near to the crushed in spirit. You don't turn away when we're weak. You reach out. So please, stay with me through this prayer. Let every word be an offering. Let every pause be a space for your peace. And let this be more than words. It's a surrender, a healing, a letting go. And God, please meet the one who is listening right now. You know their pain. You know their anxious thoughts. Wrap them in your presence. Let this be the beginning of their peace. Lord, you know my heart. Before I even speak, you know what I'm going to say. You see the tremble behind my smile, the unease behind my words, and the weariness behind my strength. I try to hold it together, but some days it feels like I'm just barely making it. I wake up with thoughts that don't let me rest and go to bed with worries that don't leave. And even in the moments when everything looks fine, there's something inside that stays unsettled. I don't always understand why I feel this way. Sometimes the worry has a name: finances, relationships, sickness, rejection. And sometimes it's just there, silent, but heavy. I try to reason through it. I try to be strong. I tell myself to breathe, to move on, to be better, but nothing changes until I come to you. Because only you know how deep this goes. Only you can see the places in me that are too tangled for words. Only you can meet me at the intersection of faith and fear and still call me yours. You've searched me and known me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You are familiar with all my ways, and you don't shame me for this. You don't turn away from my weakness. You don't shake your head when I come again, broken again, anxious again. You just open your arms and remind me, I'm not alone. You are with me, you are for me, and you are never overwhelmed by what overwhelms. So here I am again, Lord. Not because I have it all together, but because I trust you more than I trust myself. You are my refuge, my anchor, my quiet in the storm. I don't need to pretend in front of you. I can let it out. I can say, God, I'm afraid, and you won't walk away. I can say, I don't know what to do, and you'll be patient. I can whisper, help me, and you'll move. Right now, Lord, I ask you to quiet my mind. These thoughts keep spinning like waves crashing, like voices shouting over each other, like clutter in a room that used to be peaceful. I try to pray, and my mind wanders. I try to rest, and my heart races. I try to focus, but the anxiety pulls me into 1,000 directions. So I hand this over to you. God, will you speak peace into the storm in my mind? Will you calm the racing thoughts and speak stillness over the chaos? Just like you calmed the sea with a word, I know you can calm me. I don't need a loud miracle. I need a whisper from you that says, you promised perfect peace to those whose minds are stayed on you. So right now, I shift my focus from my fear to your face. I trade my questions for your presence. I lay down my logic and lean into your spirit. Let me breathe in your peace, Lord. The kind of peace that doesn't always make sense to the world, but makes perfect sense to my soul. The kind of peace that sits with me in the unknown and says, I've got you. The kind of peace that reminds me I don't have to figure it all out. I just need to trust the one who already has. Let your peace guard my heart and mind, like a shield. Let it wrap around me like a blanket in the cold. Let it cover every anxious corner of my being until I am still again. And as you still me, Lord, I ask you to heal me. Not just patch me up, not just help me cope, but heal me. Heal the parts of me I've hidden. Heal the memories that still sting. Heal the disappointments I've never fully spoken aloud. Heal the way I've learned to expect the worst. Heal the bruises I carry from words spoken over me. Heal the ache of rejection. Heal the silent griefs I carry for things I've lost or never had. Heal the inner war between who I pretend to be and who I really am. God, you are the healer of broken hearts. You are the mender of torn souls. You are the one who doesn't flinch at the ugliness I try to hide. You touch the leper. You weep with the grieving. You lift the head of the ashamed. You restore what we thought was ruined. So I come to you not as someone asking for a quick fix, but as someone desperate for transformation. Heal me from the inside out. Touch the places I can't reach. Speak to the wounds that words alone can't mend. Pour your spirit into every crack in my soul and make me whole again. And if the healing takes time, Lord, stay close. If it takes days or weeks or years, don't let me go. Walk with me through the process. Remind me that healing is not the absence of pain, but the presence of your grace. And even if I still feel the scar, let it be a sign of how far you've brought me. Let it remind me that you never left. Let it testify that I am still here, not because I was strong, but because you are faithful. Let your healing begin right now, Lord. With every breath I take, with every word I whisper, with every tear I cry, let it begin with this prayer. Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. I know you're real. I've seen you move before. I've read your promises. I've sung about your goodness. But some days my faith feels fragile. The fear gets louder than the truth. The anxiety seems stronger than the peace and the waiting. Oh God, the waiting wears on my hope. I want to be full of confidence. I want to stand firm on your word without shaking. But there are moments when I question everything, not because I don't love you, but because the storm around me feels bigger than the faith within me. I feel like Peter stepping out of the boat with boldness, only to look down at the waves and begin to sink. I feel like Thomas, wanting to believe but needing to see something, touch something, hold on to. God, I'm asking you to strengthen my faith, not the kind of faith that just survives a Sunday service, but the kind that sustains me at 2 a.m., when the world is silent but my thoughts are screaming. The kind of faith that holds on when everything in me wants to give up. A kind of faith that says, even if I don't see it, I'll still trust you. I don't want to build my faith on feelings, Lord. Feelings change, fear grows, but your word remains. So remind me of what is true. You are the same yesterday, today, and forever. You have never failed. You do not lie. What you promise, you will fulfill. Let my faith rest not on outcomes, but on your character. Even when I don't understand your ways, let me trust your heart. You've walked with me through too much for me to doubt you now. Help me remember the prayers you've answered, the peace you've given, the ways you've rescued me before. Let those memories be stones of remembrance I carry into every battle with fear. And if my faith is only the size of a mustard seed today, Lord, I give it to you, because you said that's enough to move mountains. I'm not coming with perfect trust. I'm coming with real trust. The kind that says, I don't see the way, but I know the way. You are that way. You are the truth. You are the life. Let my faith rise again, even if it rises slowly, even if it comes through tears, even if it trembles. Let it rise. Hold me up when I can't hold myself. Whisper to me when the noise gets too loud. Wrap me in your arms when fear tries to pull me away. Be my strength, because my own runs out. Be my anchor, because my heart drifts. Be my foundation, because everything else feels unstable. Strengthen my faith, Lord, not so that I can boast, but so that I can breathe again, trust again, live again. And now, Father, I ask you to comfort me. Sometimes I don't even need a solution. I just need a safe place to rest. I need to know that I can fall apart and still be loved. I need to feel you near, not because my situation has changed, but because you've drawn close. Be my refuge, Lord. When the pressure is too much, when the fear is too loud, when the tears come without warning, be my refuge. Let me crawl into your presence like a child runs to their parents' arms. I don't need every answer right now. I just need to know you're holding me, that you see me, that you care, that you're not frustrated with my pain or impatient with my process. You're the Father of compassion, the God of all comfort. You don't tell me to get over it. You invite me to bring it to you, every burden, every fear, every cry, every unanswered question. So I'm here, Lord, hiding under the shadow of your wings, laying my head against your chest. Let me rest in you. Let your nearness soothe what medication and motivation cannot. Let your presence go deeper than the ache. Let your voice cut through the noise. I don't want temporary relief. I want lasting peace. I want to be able to say, God is my refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble, and truly feel it. Let me feel you now, God. Not just believe in you, but feel you. Feel your arms around me. Feel your strength lifting me. Feel your hand over my heart, steadying my breath. You are the only place I feel safe. The only place where I don't have to pretend. The only place where I am fully known and still fully loved. And now, Lord, as I sit in your comfort, I ask for direction. Sometimes, anxiety comes from not knowing where to go, from feeling stuck between choices, from fearing what's next. The future feels blurry. The path feels uncertain. I try to plan, but every plan feels fragile. I try to move forward, but my feet are heavy with hesitation. So I turn to you, my shepherd. You promised to lead me, to guide me in paths of righteousness, for your name's sake, to make my path straight when I trust in you with all my heart. So here I am, Lord, letting go of my maps, my calendars, my predictions, my control. I don't want to keep guessing. I want to be guided. I want to be led, not driven by fear. I want to walk in step with your spirit, not run ahead of your will or lag behind in doubt. Speak to me, Lord, through your word, through stillness, through wise counsel, through closed doors and open ones. Let me recognize your voice above all others, and even when you are silent, help me to trust that you're still leading me, that silence is not absence, that waiting is not wasting, that uncertainty is not punishment, it's preparation. Give me peace, not just about where I'm going, but about where I am. Let me rest in today, even if tomorrow is unclear. Let me obey the next step, even if I don't see the whole staircase. Let me move with you, not ahead of you. I don't need the whole blueprint. I just need to know that you're holding the pen. So light my path, Lord, one step at a time. And even if I stumble, let your hand be there to lift me. Even if I take a wrong turn, redirect me gently. Even if I don't feel confident, let me feel close to you, because if you're with me, I'm already where I need to be. Lord, the weight I carry is too much for me. Some days it feels like I'm walking through life with bricks tied to my chest, burdens I've picked up, others I never asked for, and some I've held on to far too long. Worry wraps itself around my mind like chains, holding my thoughts hostage and stealing my peace. I worry about the future. I worry about people I love. I worry about making the wrong decisions. I even worry about worrying. And it's exhausting, God. But I hear you gently whisper, "Cast your cares on me." You didn't say I had to carry it all. You didn't ask me to solve everything. You said, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." You invited me into a lighter yoke, a gentler way. So here I am, releasing what was never mine to hold in the first place.
I give you my fears, God.
The ones I name, and the ones I can't even articulate. I give you the weight of expectations, the pressure to perform, the shame of not measuring up. I give you my need for control, my obsession with figuring everything out, my constant attempts to manage what only you can redeem. I release it all into your hand. Teach me how to surrender, not once but daily. Moment by moment, when anxiety creeps back in, remind me again, give it to me. And when I take it back, because I will, remind me again, be patient with me as I learn how to rest. Be kind to me when I forget. Recenter me in your presence when I drift into fear again. I don't want to live a life ruled by worry. I want to live freely, lightly, joyfully. So replace this heavy weight with something holy, your peace, your promise, your presence. Teach me to trust you in the unknown, to walk with open hands instead of clenched fists. Let my burdens become a testimony of surrender, not a badge of suffering. Let people look at my peace and know it came from you. God, fill my heart with joy, not the surface-level happiness the world offers, but the deep, abiding joy that only you can give. The kind of joy that comes not from what's going right, but from knowing that even when things are wrong, you are still good. The kind of joy that sees beyond the pain, that dances even when the music stops, that praises even in the storm. You said the joy of the Lord is our strength, and I need that strength now. I don't want to just survive anxiety. I want to be transformed by joy in the midst of it. I want to laugh again, dream again, breathe without fear. I want to wake up with hope, not dread. I want to see the beauty in today, even if everything isn't perfect. Because life isn't perfect, but you are present, and that's enough. Thank you for every small joy that reminds me of your nearness. A sunrise, a kind word, a breath of fresh air, the stillness of the morning. Help me see those gifts as your way of saying, I'm here. Let gratitude rise in me not as a forced discipline, but as a natural overflow of being loved by you. Turn my worries into worship, my restlessness into rejoicing. Let my soul remember you are still God, you are still good, and you are still with me. God, I ask now that you protect my heart and mind. I know how easily fear creeps back in, how quickly anxiety can return when life shifts even slightly. I need your protection, not just from the outside world, but from the storm inside me. Guard my mind from spiraling thoughts. Guard my heart from becoming numb. Guard my spirit from hopelessness. Place a shield of your truth around me. Let every lie the enemy throws at me bounce off the armor of your word. When fear whispers you're alone, let your voice thunder, I am with you. When anxiety says you're not enough, let your spirit remind me, my grace is sufficient. When doubt tells me, you'll never change, let your promise declare, I am making all things new. Wrap me in your love, a love that casts out fear, a love that holds me steady, a love that never runs out or gives up. Let that love become the lens through which I see myself, my circumstances, and the world. Let it be my anchor, my security, my unshakable foundation. Cover my mind in peace as I sleep. Protect my thoughts when I'm tired and vulnerable. Walk with me through every high and low. And when I forget, when I feel weak again, when I begin to panic, when I think I'm too broken, remind me that you are still here, still faithful, still fighting for me. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I know who holds me. And that is enough. God, thank you. Thank you for listening, for not rushing me through this prayer, for letting me pour out everything without judgment. You are my safe place, my hiding place, my healer, my peace. You never told me I had to be strong before coming to you. You only ask that I come. And I did. I laid it all out. The anxiety, the doubt, the pain, the fear, the longing for peace. And in return, you gave me something holy. You gave me your. So I leave this prayer not with every problem solved, but with a deeper assurance that I'm not walking alone. I leave this prayer with the quiet strength that comes from being heard by the God who sees all, knows all, and loves me still. I leave with peace, not because the storm is over, but because you are in the boat with me. Thank you, Jesus, for every breath, for every moment of calm in the chaos, for the cross that gave me access to your presence, for the Spirit that reminds me I am never abandoned, for the Father who never grows tired of me. This is my prayer, and I trust you with it. Amen.